dives in and directly dives into sex, then I feel a bit used. Like my feelings don't matter. So I would truly appreciate some foreplay, some caressing most of all.
Okay. Is there anything else that gets in the way of having sex?
Well, since the yeast infection, I have felt a bit more shy, and I do feel that I'm more aware of my body. And ever since I started working, I have not been able to exercise regularly as I have done in the past. In the past, probably I would go every other day to the gym and have a very strong workout. Whereas today, I guess if it's a good week, the most I would go to the gym is probably 2 times a week, and so part of that has been seen in my physical appearance. I have gained a few more pounds here and there, and so I'm a bit shy and more self-conscious about it. And also, I mean, I have many things on my mind. I do have my children, and although I appreciate very much having children, it does come with a big responsibility, and so I have many things on my plate, and I don't have time for sex at this moment or at this time.
And if you would like a particular kind of stimulation during sex, what would you do or say to guide him to that point that arouses you?
Well, just as I mentioned before, if he would take the time for foreplay, he would know and realize that the caressing of body parts, such as caressing my neck, my toes, my chest, playing with my hair, I mean, that would really help me get in the mood. And if he does that, and if he begins to do so, then I could probably take his hand and guide him so that those parts of arousal are acknowledged, and that he knows that that's actually pleasuring me. But also, I could also make some sounds or give him some positive words that let him know that he's taking me there, or that I'm really enjoying this experience.
Okay. Can you describe to me a day in your life?
Well, I wake up around 6 a.m. I do prepare breakfast for my children and my husband. I go and drop off my children at their school. Then I head out to work. I'm in work until 3:30. After that, I go and pick up my daughters from school. And my daughters are very active in extracurricular activities, after school programs. So I do have one of my children is in soccer team. So I do take her to her soccer games, and she does have a lot of practice as well. So I do have to wait for her and take her where she needs to go. My other daughter is involved in cheerleading, so I do also have to take her to her practices, take her to her games, and so after that, we make it back home, and I cook dinner, and I also have to clean up the house because I do like a tidy house. I do like it to be organized, and so, after each day, and regardless if we were there or not, it still need cleaning. So. And then afterwards, we have dinner. I help my daughters with their homework, and then I take them so they can I read to them so they can go to bed. And then finally, at the end of the day, I probably have about 20 to 30 minutes for myself, and I just feel so exhausted. I don't think there's enough time in a day to do everything that needs to be done. So so the last thing I really want to do is have sex, and I know that's not the case for my husband, because he's always willing to have sex, and for him it seems like he doesn't get tired, and he's always in the mood, and I'm always not in the mood. So we do have a very contradictory attitude towards that at that point.
is your interaction with your husband? What happens when you're reluctant to have sex?
Well, like I said, he dives right in. He initiates direct contact. So we really don't have time to talk about it, or for me to express to him that I don't want to have sex. So the best way that I can do so is that when he begins to do that, I just push him away every time. And the thing is that, and so that leaves very, very little time to have a sound conversation because he dives right in. So when I do want to have a sound conversation with him, and telling him that I don't want to have sex, he gets mad and he gets out of control and starts saying that maybe I have someone else, that I might be having an affair with someone else, and that I just don't love him.
Okay. And how do you feel and react when he says this to you?
Well, I feel very offended because he should know me better, and I believe that this is not the case. And I have never even thought about cheating on him. And I guess for this reason, I get pretty angry at him for suggesting that I might have someone else. So I just walk away. I just can't take that. I can't take that direct accusation towards me when he should know better. And those were not my values, or are not my values as I was raised.
Has he ever threatened to leave or taken steps to do so?
He hasn't directly said he's going to leave me or anything for that matter, but just the mere fact that he continues to insinuate that I'm having an affair, and that such is the reason for why I don't want to have sex, or why I'm often not in the mood. So for me, that's a threat. That's a direct threat to my stand as a person, as a female, that I might be cheating on him. So, but he has not mentioned leaving or other things for that matter.
Okay. And what do you think will help you get in the mood for sex?
I'm really not sure. I do like some caressing, like I said, and I do like some foreplay, but I do recall an instance when I felt a change, and that was when the girls went camping with the school. I believe they went out for about 3 days, and I really don't know if it was because we had the house to ourselves, or because we had a bit of more time in our hands, but really those 3 days proved to be very good for our relationship and our sexual encounters. We were more actively engaged with each other. We were very sexually active as well. So I don't know if that could be probably one of the things, having that a bit more time to ourselves.
Okay. And how has having children impacted your relationship?
Well, our daughters have brought great joy to our marriage. But alongside a great deal of responsibility as well has been placed mainly on me. And like I said before, although both of us work, the child rearing part, making sure that they get to school in time, making sure that they do their homework, attending those parent-teacher conferences, attending open house for both of them, going to their games, going to their practice, is basically put on me. And so, although it's been a blessing and I do enjoy it, and I'm sure he does enjoy it as well, having them around, it does entail a great deal of responsibility, and I just feel that a lot of our time gets consumed in that at the end of the day, there's not enough time to do the things that we need to do, or at least that I would like to do, and there's not enough time at the end of the day to pamper myself or to have some real time for me.
And how do you broach the topic of trying something new?
Well, it's a very